There was one quote that I really enjoyed that you said, a democracy requires compromise, even when you're 100% right.
Yeah.
Did you get that from Michelle? Because I think, I've been married. I've been married
It is,
2 years.
that was a marital tip as well as a tip about democracy. No, it's true. The point I was making, I made a couple points. One is, despite the news, despite all the rancor, the truth is, if you had to be born at any time in human history and you didn't know who you were going to be ahead of time, you didn't know you were going to be Jimmy Fallon, you would choose now, because the world is actually healthier, wealthier, better educated, more tolerant, less violent than it has ever been. I was in Hiroshima and thinking about the fact that during a 5-6 year span, 60 million people were killed around the world. I mean, it was just devastation. And for all the problems we got now, what I wanted to communicate to folks was there's a reason to be hopeful. We've got challenges, but we can deal with them. What we also have to do, though, if we're going to deal with them, is we have to recognize that democracy means you don't get everything you want when you want it all the time. And you know, this is something you're teaching your 3-year-old, yeah. But somehow Congress sometimes doesn't get it. Sometimes in our politics we expect to get everything, and this is a big, complicated, diverse country, and we've got to be able to talk to each other and listen and occasionally compromise and stay principled, but recognize that it's a long march towards progress.
Speaking of compromise, when you leave the White House, you're going to have to kind of compromise a little bit. Like, do you remember how to do stuff? do you know how? Do you take money out of the ATM? Like, do you take out the garbage?
The ATM thing, I remember. Pressing buttons on elevators, I'm worried about.
It's going to blow your mind. It's really fun. It lights up. It's really fun.
Well, you know, look, I was this cool high-tech guy when I got there, right?
Yeah.
And I was the first president to have a BlackBerry. And so years pass, and no one else has BlackBerries. And, you know, I still got the clip on the belt.
Oh, my goodness.
Right? And then, finally, this year, they said, good news, Mr. President, we're going to give you a smartphone instead of a BlackBerry. I thought, all right, this is cool. I've been seeing Malia and Sasha doing all this. Michelle's got 3 of them. She's texting and all this. So I'm excited. I get the thing, and they're all like, well, Mr. President, for security reasons, there's a great phone, state-of-the-art, but it doesn't take pictures. You can't text. The phone doesn't work. You know, you can't play your music on it. So basically, it's like, does your 3-year-old have one of those play phones? Where it's like, you know, it's got
That's
like
what they gave the president.
It's got like the stickers on it.
Yeah,
so you're all like,
I'm gonna call Minnie Mouse. I'm gonna call Minnie Mouse. Minnie Mouse,
right,
are you there?
your imaginary friend. That's basically the phone I've got.